A tanker fire shutting down the Florida Turnpike early this morning.
I was just sleeping, and then I guess there was a bang because that's what woke me up. And then when I looked out at the master bedroom window, the whole thing was glowing orange.
Neighbors waking up to flames and dark smoke billowing over their homes. Firefighters battling not only the flames from the truck, but also fuel leaking and traveling down both sides of the turnpike. Traffic backed up for miles in both directions. Now, the cleanup and the investigation into what happened intensifies.
Breaking news from WPTV News Channel 5.
Breaking news right now as we come on the air at 11. We have learned the driver of a tanker that crashed and caught fire this morning was able to escape and was not hurt. Incredible that driver survived. This is a live look from Chopper 5, a view you will only see right here on WPTV of the cleanup that's happening now and what's left after this fiery crash. I want to take you back to the early morning hours right now. Look at these raging flames. This crash happened just before 6 a.m. Chopper 5 hovered over this scene all morning, covering what you needed to know for the very delayed morning commute, at the same time giving you the view on the front lines as firefighters worked to put out this huge fire. We are coming at this one from all angles here at 11, from the sky to street level views. And first we want to go to our Dave Bowman, live at a fire station in West Palm Beach right off Pike Road, with how firefighters got to work immediately to battle this massive fire. Dave?
And this Palm Beach County Fire Rescue Station is right near an on-ramp to the interstate. Very fortunate. A number of the first responders came from this particular unit, and they were able to get to it quickly. It was about 6 this morning when the truck went off the road in the northbound lane, and you could see the spectacular flames. It was because there were more than 8,000 gallons of fuel, mostly gasoline. Because of the potential of leaking, the turnpike was closed in both directions. Really a triple danger here. Not just the fire, but also fumes that were potentially toxic. And in the northbound lane, there was debris as well. But right now, traffic is going in both directions. The cleanup underway. Because of the fuel leak, also a dam was built to minimize the impact of the fuel leaking into the streams. But at this point in time, there appears to be no danger. And again, the road is open in both lanes. Couple of strokes of good luck here. Number one, that firefighters were actually upwind of where they needed to be to help put the flames out using foam. They weren't as exposed to toxic fumes. They also, of course, have masks that make sure that they have, and oxygen tanks that make sure they have clean air. But the danger of fighting was somewhat minimized by the direction of wind. And the biggest stroke of good luck of all, the driver remained was unscathed and actually was walking around the scene unhurt shortly after fire rescue crews got on. He is fine. His name hasn't been released at this point. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, Dave Bowman, WPTV News Channel 5.
The most incredible part of this story, that driver survived, as Dave just told you, even walking around that scene. I'm bringing in our Megan McRoberts right now. You and I have been covering this story since it broke very early this morning together. You just got off the phone with the company that driver works for. What have you learned?
So this company is CWC Transportation. Big presence here in Florida. It's a national company, but a lot of their routes are here in Florida. We, of course, wanted to know first how that driver is doing. They said, of course, as you heard Dave say, shaken up, but walking, has not been to the hospital yet. The crews there, CWC, there is an owner on site right now on scene. They will likely still take him to a medical center for just an evaluation, make sure he's okay. That's the most important thing to them. But we wanted to know more about what he was going through this morning. We did learn he loaded up this morning at Port Everglades, was headed to a Lake Worth service station. We know the cause of the crash is still unknown, but we are learning more about what these drivers go through to get this job. It's potentially dangerous, as we learned. They all have CDLs, of course, Type A licenses, which means that they also have hazmat certification, driving tankers. These drivers also have to really have stellar driving records, a lot of experience to get this job. We are staying in touch with them. One thing that they're saying that, of course, there's still so much for the company to learn about what caused this crash. Whatever they learn too about how this driver was able to escape pretty much unscathed.
Sure.
A lot of lessons they want to learn here too to pass on to other drivers.
Absolutely.
Always lessons learned to keep each other safe. The whole driving community here, the trucking community, he told me they are, of course, just banding behind him, wishing him a strong, safe recovery.
This driver, again, the name not released, but walking around okay to the point that he was at that scene, walking around. I know you pressed for some more answers about that. Have they indicated anything, this company that the driver works for, about what could have led up to this?
The only thing they mentioned, he said it was beneficial that there was this wide gap because there is construction ongoing in that area right now, about 50 feet at least, they say, between the different directions of travel. That seemed to maybe have been a safety benefit in this case, maybe to protect other oncoming drivers. Sure. A lot to be known here. What causes? Was it just, you know, any circumstances related to the construction, distractions, the nighttime hours? All of that will be looked into.
It's very early on, only hours since this whole story broke. Megan, thank you. Excellent reporting. We want to go up in the sky right now, high above, with Johan Hoffend in Chopper 5 right there. You've been doing this 20 years, Johan. This is unlike anything you've seen. We've been going back and forth about this all morning. What does the scene and the traffic look like right now on the turnpike?
Hey, good morning, Ashley and Megan. Yeah, Pilot Josh and I here, and I'll tell you what, I've seen quite a few of these. I've seen some tanker explosions and fires in my time, but what I have not seen is the quick response to recovery and cleanup. This is amazing. They have a northbound lane of travel open here and a southbound lane of travel, 2 lanes open there, and they have basically removed the vehicle. The tanker truck has been removed, and now they're scraping and making sure that the ground is safe to where they can start doing repairs. I'm going to show you quickly how it looked at around 7 o'clock. This is what we were dealing with around 7 o'clock, and this is when the tanker truck was starting to go down with the flames. That 7,000 plus gallons of diesel and gasoline was starting to go to the end and starting to burn itself out. So that's what they had to deal with. Look at all the debris and everything around the scene. Coming back live, it's amazing. They are really, I've never seen a cleanup crew do such a fast job at this. Now at the bottom of the level, that is the southbound flow. Top of the level, that is northbound. I'll show you quickly the southbound. Not too bad on the delays. You do have it single stacked here, but if you're traveling northbound, it's a lot better than it being shut down. That is not a heavy delay, only in that impact zone, and northbound's not too bad, just to around Lake Worth. So repeating again, both north and southbound has lanes of travel open, and the recovery and cleanup on this, the fully engulfed tanker truck, has almost completely taken the tanker truck away, and right there is the repairs and the cleanup going on to the roadway. So we'll stay on top of this. We'll get you all the information you need. 95 also A-OK, no heavy delays so far if you're traveling for the afternoon. Quick check of traffic, Johan Hoffend, Chopper 5. Back to you.
Okay, Johan, not yet 6 hours since this started to unfold, and look at the progress that's been made with the traffic delays, also the cleanup work. Johan, thank you. We have been working to get updates from the Florida Department of Transportation and the Florida Highway Patrol about the condition of the turnpike. You just got some of those views from Johan right there. A lot of damage left behind after this tanker fire. Jessica Bruno is working that angle of the story for us right now. She's joining us live from the Highway Patrol office at the West Palm Beach Service Plaza. That's right off the turnpike. What are you learning, Jessica, about this stretch of road and its condition?
Well, Ashley, I did speak with FDOT this morning, and they tell me it will be the Highway Patrol that is handling all of the cleanup efforts and releasing all of the information as they learn more throughout the day. Right now, we don't know a lot. Johan just showed you what the turnpike looks like now. As he said, there are lanes open in both directions. The little bit of information we did get from Highway Patrol earlier this morning, they told me you should expect some delays. There are some portions of the roadway still blocked. At least that's what they told me a few go. So just be aware of that if you're traveling through the area today. But as Johan said, shouldn't be any heavy delays at this point. We do know there are still investigators on the scene working to determine what caused this crash. At this point, they still don't know what led up to the crash, but we'll be working this story from multiple angles all day. I'll be checking in with Highway Patrol again here in a bit, and we'll keep you posted as we learn more. For now, we're live in West Palm Beach. I'm Jessica Bruno, WPTV News Channel 5.
Okay, Jessica, we'll get back to you soon. Our viewers, our WPTV viewers have been sending in these incredible videos and images as this unfolded. Look at this plume of smoke, the raging flames you see here from the tanker fire. This was sent to us from viewer Ian Clark near the Misty Cay community in Lake Worth. The flames so bright, really lighting up what is usually a dark, early morning sky. Our Stephanie Susskind is live in that Misty Cay community right now. It's really near the scene of the tanker fire of Hypoluxo. Stephanie, you are hearing from a man who saw everything.
That's right, Ashley. And let me give you a little bit of perspective here. So this is the neighborhood we're talking about, the Misty Cay community in Lake Charleston. And right over here is the turnpike. You can see that the community really backs right up to it. Now, where this tanker fire happened, it was a little bit farther south, but man, did they feel and see that impact. Let's get you right more to some of Ian Clark's video where you can just see that fire going straight up into the sky. He said that it was something he's never seen before. He's lived here for about 10 years, and he says, of course, you hear and you see incidents on the turnpike being so close, but never anything like this. And I have to tell you, he got visibly emotional when he asked us if the driver was okay, and we told him yes, the driver survived the crash. He almost broke down because he was just so worried about the person who was inside that vehicle. I want you to take a listen to how he described the moments this all happened this morning.
I was laying in bed and I heard this freight train sound, and then no boom, no explosion, no nothing like that, and then the whole house lit up orange, and I looked right out the window, and I thought it was a plane crash at first, and then saw it completely embellowed and fuel, and it was horrifying.
You heard him there describe it as horrifying. Again, he called it a Christmas miracle that driver was able to survive. Of course, we'll be working to get you more of those answers into exactly what happened, and as we try to learn more about that driver. For now, reporting live, Stephanie Susskind, WPTV News Channel 5.
Stephanie, I have to tell you, we had that same moment in our newsroom, just like Ian Clark, when we learned the driver was okay. Just this moment of pause, relief, just celebration that he escaped. Incredible. Stay with WPTV as this breaking story unfolds throughout the day. Only WPTV can give you the views you've been seeing from Chopper 5, and our team is coming at this from all angles. Look for updates on air and online at WPTV.com. You can also download our free WPTV News app.